Hello and welcome to a special episode of Sports Room. We're doing this in a bit of a rush, Ayaz, because we've just got news that Pakistan have withdrawn their forfeit or their boycott of the India-Pakistan clash. And initial reactions?
Well, from on the face of it, it's great because you're going to get to see the marquee match of the tournament. This is the World Cup. You already had one team or one country opting out, so it became less of a World Cup and more of a political kind of a melodrama being played out. And then Pakistan deciding to boycott, and after 10 days, they've kind of come back with the option, giving to themselves the option that they will play. So I think that's a great development in terms of where the sport is concerned and where the tournament is concerned.
Also, as we're also hearing news that Bangladesh won't be penalized because they chose not to play this World Cup. And additionally, they're getting an extra ICC event before the 2031 World Cup, which they're supposed to co-host with India. So thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think at the end of the day, once Pakistan decided to have parlays with the ICC, it was always likely that some settlement will be reached. My question of, obviously, why couldn't it have been thought of earlier rather than going through what, diabolical shenanigans. So Bangladesh, I think everybody was looking for a face-saving device at the end of the day. So Pakistan, have taken the high moral ground saying that Bangladesh petitioned us and said you must play because it's good for the ecosystem and sport, which is true. The ICC gets to conduct the tournament, but minus Bangladesh. I think in this episode, Bangladesh might have some regret for having taken a very hard stance at the very start. Not that it was a good thing for Mustafizur to be dropped from the KKR team, but having done that, for Bangladesh to take a kind of immediate decision to boycott the tournament I thought, it didn't give them any room to maneuver, try and look for a rapprochement or a settlement which could have mattered. But now, of course, what they've got is, no sanctions against them for missing the tournament, and they'll get one ICC tournament or two. We'll have to wait for the fine print to come out. But at the end of the day, the tournament is back on the rails, and you got an India-Pakistan match coming up on the 15th.
Yeah, and lastly, let's keep politics and finances out of it for a bit, even though it's really hard to do. But the star of the tournament right now has been the competitiveness shown by all the so-called minnow teams. So
Yes.
this is a format where upsets are more expected than the other formats. But even so, USA gave India a hard time. Netherlands almost beat Pakistan. And then you saw Nepal against England. So apart from all the surrounding noise outside, the action has really been good.
It's been extremely good. In fact, the matches you mentioned, they've been scene stealers. They may not have won the matches. None of these matches were won by the minnow teams, as you call them. But they've shown that in this format, even the best teams or the most established teams can't take it for granted that they will win. India almost, I think, certainly in the case of Nepal and the Netherlands, with a little more experience, they could have sealed off that match. They could have won it. So too US, who put India under a lot of duress at the 1K day. Remember, at one stage, India were tottering at 77 for 6. But they got enough runs to defend with the kind of bowling attack they've got. But it, is a great start to the tournament, and it shows why this format is so popular, because anything can happen here.
Yeah, and as we said earlier, we just hope this start continues, and we'll come back to you right before or after the India-Pakistan match. So that's it for this episode of Sports Room. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.